Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I hope you're all fine on this fine Monday morning. Right, I've got a little haul, and when I say little, I mean little. Yeah, it's little. So I'm just going to share what I've got. I've done a couple of die cuts and we'll stamp the stamps just to make sure that they work. Right, the first thing is this lovely little travel set. Now, if you saw my personal haul a couple of weeks ago, you'll see that I've got the postal frames and how lovely they were. This is the same seller, and this is part of that, what looks like the same set. It's like a global travel set. So I decided to go back and get this one. He didn't disappoint. You have to excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. And this came in under 10 days. So it's $1.51 with free shipping, and it came in under 10 days. So pretty amazing. I'll keep my eye on that store. I quite like that level of treatment. And then the next die that I got, I think this was from Piggy, and this is a set of little robins or bluebirds, whichever you want them to be, and I thought they'd be great for winter or for spring. So I'll share my die cuts first. So here's my little birdies. Let's get in close. There you go. And they're going to be so easy to colour, because if you want to do a robin that's got a red breast, all you need to do is poke that bit up, as you can see, slide your paper underneath and colour in that colour, and then you can just do the rest in brown or blue, or the chest in yellow, whichever way you want to do it. And the other bird pops up in exactly the same way, like that. So just really easy to watercolour or use your chalks or whatever it is you want to do. So those are really sweet, and I do like those. And then my travel set, that is the balloon. Isn't that great? Oh, I do like that. Things like this you can just add to paper clips. And then I've got my little sailboat, my yacht, off into the sunset. And if you've got any bottle dies, then you can put you know, a kind of beachy theme and a sunset going on inside a bottle die. And then we've got our little wagon. Isn't that great? Do like that. And then we get a couple of planes. So we get the jet plane. Now you can pop other colours back into that if you want to. I quite like that it's leaving a silhouette. And then you get another one, and I think this one is a seaplane. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a seaplane. But they're just a great size, you know, so like for doing ships in bottles and stuff like that. So those are my little dies, and now I'm going to share my stamps. And I have got my stamp platform ready. Right, so I did try practice with this one, and I was using my block, so I want to use my stamp platform. And this one is candy cane and pine branches and boughs. And then this one, I'm not sure if I bought the last one, so I'm going to have to check. If it's there, I'll link it, but I'm pretty sure I bought the last one of these. And as you can see, it's kind of a Fair Isle sweater, very Nordic pattern. I do love this. Great for doing pockets and borders on cards, and it's such a lovely size. I'll put my finger there. You know, I haven't got huge hands, but you can see that if you're using daubers or dabbers, you can ink up in different colours. So you can do your green and you can do your brown, and you know, whatever edge you want. So they're just a nice size. But today I've got my black archival, and that's what I'm going to stamp with. I've got a couple of sheets of paper, or shall I say lightweight cardstock. I've got my stamp platform. This is the one that I use. This is the Tim Holtz stamp platform, and I don't get them out very often, and I should really. I think it's just because I've got my stamp blocks on the table, and I don't use the magnets. I just use a little piece of 1mm thick foam, and I always make sure my cardstock is in the corner. So the first one I want to do is the candy canes. Now when I used the block, I didn't do a very good job because I wasn't pressing down very well. But I just love the size and the design of this. And of course you don't just have to stick with using black ink, you can use whatever colour you want. So I'm just going to pop that there just for a minute, grab the lid off my ink, and then I'm hoping I can open this and it's not going to whack the camera. There we go. So I'm just going to ink this up. So I'm putting on some good pressure. And while I'm here, I'm just going to warn you, I might not be here towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because we've got another storm coming through, another hurricane. And you never know, we're not going to get the brunt of it. I think it's going to be Miami. But after the last one, it's just, you know, I'm sure it's a lot for people to take on. So if I'm not here, it's because the wind has taken out my internet. Right, let's go down here. I'm just resting that there a second, and then I'm just going to apply some pressure. Let's see what we've got. I did ink that up really, really well. But of course the beauty with stamp platforms is that if you don't get it first time, there's a bit in the middle there that I totally missed. Then you can just keep going back until you do. A little bit more pressure. And I think that should do it. No, actually I'm going to put a little bit more ink in that area. So I can see where it needs it. It needs it right in there. I just want to see how it does. Now I would, if I was doing this, I would stamp it first in green archival onto my project, and then I would stamp again in red ink on a separate sheet of paper, and then I would fussy cut the candy canes out, and then I would lay those on top of my green stamping and do any colouring that I want to do. Now I'm still a little bit faded, and I don't know whether that's because I'm not putting enough pressure on. I have got my stamp tool, but this might be as good as I can get it for now, which is that, and I do love that. But you see what I mean? If we just stamped that in green, yes, the whole thing would be green, but then if we stamped it again in red, and then we cut our canes out and laid those on top of the green, then we've got a great scene going on. And if you did the whole thing in 2 shades of green to begin with, you know, just stamping a little bit here and there, use your little daubers to get your ink on, then you're going to get such a lovely scene. But I just think that would look great on a journal page or anywhere, or on a card. Love that. Imagine it done in gold embossing powder. That would look really pretty too, because it's such a nice size. So what I will do while I'm thinking about it is I will give it a quick measurement. Let's see how big that came out. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to say 3 3/4, just a bit over. And then on the width there, I'm going to say 2 3/4. So, you know, it's going to totally fill a large tag. Right, so the next one is my little Norwegian kind of set. Let's put that in there. Or Scandinavian. And put this here. More fingers and thumbs today. And this isn't one whole stamp, it's 2 separate stamps. So let's have a look. Let's do the knitted bit first. Let's get that on there. Wow, put that down in the wrong place, didn't I? I'm going to put that there. I need to have a bit of border. And I will measure these because they're quite large. So I'm just getting this on. And hopefully I'm inking it everywhere. Don't want to miss a spot. There, I think I've inked it all. And if I haven't, we'll soon find out. Might have missed a bit here actually. Let's have a look. Nope. That one's not going down quite well. This could be one of those where you have to lay it flat on your desk, and if it doesn't work out, I'll show you that. Yeah, I don't think I've got enough kind of pressure to be able to do that, so I'm going to show you what happens when you lay it on your desk. Just move that out of the way, pop that there. I want it right where you can see it, so I'm just looking in the camera. Right, I'm going to ink that up again. I'm going to go bits by bits, and this is usually how I ink up stamps like this anyway. And sometimes I'll even use a brayer, especially if you want to use some paint. As long as you use a water-based paint, it will roll on and stamp off really quickly, and you can get some great effects. Right, so we can see my effort with the stamp platform, so I'm just going to lie that down on there. Just hold it in place with your hand, and we'll see what we've got. Let's have a look. Right, so that's what happened when I did it with my hand. So it is a lovely pattern. I really do like that. But you can see what happened when I was doing it with the stamp platform, which is why I tend to put big stamps down just like that. And I want to try the other one now. And I just want to make sure that this is going to fit at the bottom. Yeah, there's enough space for that. So I'll pop that down. And then I've got my archival stamp cleaner. Yeah, I was a good girl. I got some from Amazon. Get that on. I really do like this. And then in my area where I've got a scrap, just lay that down. I don't think I put it down straight, but never mind. Yeah, I didn't put it down straight. But there's our little reindeers. I do like that. It is quite distressed looking, I must admit. But I'm not opposed to that. I quite like it. And I think at some point, either this week or next week, I'm going to make a card using these, because I just really like them. I think they'd look nice cut into strips and just laid back down. Right, so that is what I have for you today. My little stampy test and my couple of new dies. And I do hope you have an absolutely awesome day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.